I'm back at Glasgow Queen Street. So my journey in Scotland is coming to an end at some point today. So I have 5 hours before my train home from Glasgow Central. So this video, as you can tell, how many lines from in and out of Glasgow can I do in the space of 5 hours? Who knows? We've got an idea, we've got a plan, let's try and do it. So welcome back to another video. Stood in front of this aptly named Gateway to the Highlands poster. A bit of a lull period before my first train. I have about half an hour to wait, so time to get some breakfast. There is a Greggs, thank God. So yeah, I think the first train is going to be on the low level. So we need to go there. Train's on platform 8 to Milngavie. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of these pronunciations, please. Like I said, I'm not from here, so I will butcher some of them. But yeah, so don't know what the traction is, but we will find out once we get to the platform. So there we go. That's the high level. Head down through the barriers to the low level. Platform number 8 for our next service to Milngavie.
Can I get a selfie?
No. So now down on the low level. You can always tell you're on a low level. It's got the Birmingham New Street look about it.
You mean because it's underground?
Yes. However, it doesn't have those annoying whirring fans for the fumes. However, that's quite a nice, intriguing tunnel. But being down here, a good thing I like about ScotRail as well, that I did mention, is the different amounts of traction that you've got. You know, you've got 314s, 320s, plenty, 334s, I should have said. Yeah, that one has been scrapped. So yeah, plenty of different traction. So on this particular platform, we've got the Helensburgh Central service before hour 1. So we wonder, we shall see what turns up. So there we go, 334 just turned up to take us to Milngavie. I still think it's Milngavie, but that's just a southerner in me, I guess. Yeah. Let's see what this journey's like. You know when you just don't clock on to...
Cross.
Thank you.
This train is for Milngavie.
There you go.
Next stop
Milngavie,
is
I was wrong. I was saying, you don't actually clock onto things straight away with some things. I totally forgot that there's a Charing Cross here in Glasgow. However, no southeastern trains will be on here. So we have now terminated here at Milngavie. So a word on the class 334. Not the best train I've ever been on. Incredibly squeaky. We were sat over the bogies, however. You can tell their age. Definitely built in, came in service 2001. However, seats very comfortable, as you'd expect. Good bit of padding and cushioning. However, a quirky feature that I will mention is, because of the time that these were built, when the doors are released, it makes the exact same noise that you would get on the 390 Pendolinos. Of course, which they are both built by Alstom. So if you close your eyes, you're on the West Coast Main Line on a Pendolino. But yeah, back on another 334 as we go to Hyndland, as we go towards Glasgow Central. So we have a temporary 3-minute stop off here at Hyndland as we connect on to go to Glasgow Central. And then on to... they talk rubbish back there. I've only brought them along to not make it look like I'm lonely, but they are causing trouble. But yeah, here at Hyndland, on to Glasgow Central, and then hopefully on to Wemyss Bay next. Right, so as you saw, our next train was a class 320, so not too different from a class 321 which used to run on my patch down on the West Coast Main Line. So this is as close to a throwback as I'm going to get to a 321, so yeah, great to see these. Like I said, ScotRail have some weird and wonderful traction available. It's great to be a part of. Okay, now we are at Glasgow Central, so it's time to go from the low level to the high level. Isn't that right, Brian?
It is,
Yes, he got something wrong today. Oh my God.
I did. That's because the low level goes to the north side of the Clyde, whereas the high level goes to the south side.
So, from the low to the high, and high from Glasgow Central is a beautiful station. Now on platform 11 on a class 380. Another different type of attraction today as we head to Wemyss Bay. It was only recently that I found out it's not Wemyss, so I won't get shot for that today, will I? So there we go. Quick route, not too long. Here at Wemyss Bay. 380 done its job. So far, but for me, if you like the railways and you like your stations and your architecture, you must know about Wemyss Bay because it's architecturally as perfect as can be. So far, so good. Colour scheme's giving off Great Western vibes. I know it's not, but it just does with the sort of chocolate and cream colour scheme here. I didn't mean that to rhyme. Yeah, it's beautiful roof. You can tell there's a couple of more disused platforms there with cars on it. So yeah, like I said, beautiful station, but let's see the main feature of this station because this is the talking point of Wemyss Bay. So here we are then, walked a bit further down, and this is sort of the main architectural feature that you see here. So when you see pictures of Wemyss Bay, you will see this middle section here, the circular roof going onto the platforms. As I said, architecturally, this is as beautiful as it gets. So, like even down here, it's just great. This is like Wemyss Bay. Not many. If you ask your average Joe about Wemyss Bay, they probably go, "Where?" But if you like your railways and you like your architectural just places to go, you should know about this because, like I said, this is very, very good. We are here for 42 minutes before we head to Port Glasgow, and then from there connect onto the other branch line out of Glasgow to Gourock. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. And there you go. Graham, what's your thoughts about this station?
Oh, fantastic. I think it's the best station here, I think. History behind it and everything. So yeah, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I definitely would love to come here again.
Yeah,
definitely.
I would as well. Like we're just in the bookshop, and the archives that they've got in there, like they've got a photo frame, and it has the first ever tickets issued at Gourock Station, the first ever, with Caledonian Railway stamped on it, everything else like that. I did ask if it was for sale because I'd love to have that as part of my own collection, but sadly not for sale. I didn't think so anyway because that is a true gem. But yeah, our train is here behind me to take us to Port Glasgow and then connect on to Gourock. So you may realise that I got on one train, off the other, because we've just come down the line to Port Glasgow.
He said it. He said down the line.
I did say down the line. So we're going to go back on ourselves a bit, to go right on the junction to Gourock. So let's have a look at what that station's like. Okay, and just like that, we are now at Gourock. Again, by the sea. We're going to have a little look around if possible. Looks like quite a nice station to us. 3 platforms. Obviously, back in the day, it used to be for the ferries, sailing on the Clyde, etc. So yeah, obviously modern times don't call for that anymore. But yeah, 11 minutes here before back to Glasgow, and then that should and could be our 5 hours up. Time does pass when you're having fun. And even though we do have 11 minutes, there is enough time for me to pop outside the station and have a look at this. It's actually really, like, these type of lines are so good, and when you see them for the first time, they're absolutely excellent. Like behind me there, you've got someone fishing. Brave man, but Scottish, so that's probably an everyday occurrence in weather like this. I wouldn't be personally. You've got the ferry out, you've got the misty, sort of foggy area with the hilly background, bits of green along the bank of River Clyde. Fisherman's waving. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Like I said, 11 minutes, but it's great to see places like this. It's fantastic. So there we go, back at Glasgow Central, which means journey's done. So all in all, in that 5 hours, we managed to do 3 entire lines there and back. You could say you could have done better, or there was better ideas, but you got to take into account obviously the journey time there and back, so it doubles up, plus changeover times, and obviously when you get to like Wemyss Bay and Gourock, there's time in between. So add all that up, and with the time that we've got, not bad at all. We do have quite a bit of time here at Glasgow Central. I think we have 45 minutes to our train back home south, but obviously you want to give yourself time to incorporate potential delays, etc, etc. So once you know that's all sorted out, it is what it is. But no, all the best same. It's been absolutely brilliant. As you've seen, plenty of things that we've done, seen, loved every single second of it. Scotland, you have been brilliant. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed these series of Glasgow and Scotland videos as a whole. It's been absolutely fantastic. So thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you next time back in England as we go down the line.